I'm Marcus Thorne. For 25 years, I worked as an engineer for DARPA, developing defense technology. Now, I'm retired, living quietly in a lakeside cabin in Virginia, honoring the memory of my wife, Sarah, who passed 18 months ago. This place isn't just my home. It's where I've been building something meaningful. Project Lifeguard, a series of autonomous drones designed to help locate missing hikers and disaster survivors. So far, they've helped rescue 14 people. But 3 months ago, our HOA president, Vivien Blackwood, decided I was a threat. At first, it was small stuff fines for grass that was 3.2 inches instead of 3, noise complaints about drone tests quieter than a lawnmower. Then came the real attacks, accusing me of running an illegal business, leaking details of my federal grants, and threatening legal action. I didn't know it then, but Vivien wasn't just a power-hungry HOA president. She was part of something much bigger. It all came to a head one Saturday morning. I was making coffee when I saw Vivien's Mercedes pull into my driveway. With her were 2 men, one carrying what looked like a weapon, the other lugging a laptop bag. They forced their way in, claiming they had authorization to inspect my property. Vivien pulled out her phone and went live on Facebook. "Everyone, I'm here to expose illegal activities at Marcus Thorne's cabin," she said. Thousands started watching. But here's what she didn't know. My cabin is officially registered as a federally funded research facility. Every camera, every microphone, every keystroke in my system is logged and encrypted. And 2 weeks earlier, I'd quietly reached out to a former colleague at the Defense Innovation Unit, warning him that the harassment felt orchestrated. I pressed a hidden alert under the table. Within seconds, I got a message. "We're monitoring. Stay calm. Help is on the way." As Vivien's son Derek plugged a USB into my computer, I calmly said, "You do realize that unauthorized access to a federal research system is a felony, right?" He froze. So did Vivien. Then, the door opened. Not a general in a full-dress uniform, no. This is real life, but 2 federal agents, accompanied by a local FBI cybercrime investigator. They'd been dispatched within minutes of my alert. Turns out, my DARPA background meant I was flagged in a national monitoring system for defense contractors facing suspicious local pressure. And I wasn't the only one. Over the past year, retired military families and defense contractors across 12 states had been targeted by HOAs, real estate scams, and financial harassment, all linked to a shadowy development company, Meridian Development. And Vivien's husband, Victor, was at the center of it. Victor wasn't just a failed real estate developer. He was a former State Department employee who'd been compromised by a foreign intelligence network. Their goal? To buy up homes near military bases, collect personal data, and identify vulnerabilities in defense communities. Sarah had been investigating this before she died. She'd been asking questions about suspicious property deals, sudden foreclosures, and developers offering cash for quick sales. She believed it wasn't just greed, it was coordinated. And then she had a sudden heart attack. Now, new evidence suggests she may have been silenced. Vivien Blackwood pleaded guilty to fraud, racketeering, and obstruction. She's serving 18 years. Victor Blackwood is in federal prison on espionage charges. He's cooperating, but only because he has no choice. Derek, her son, cooperated with investigators after handing over a hard drive with incriminating evidence. He's on probation and now studying cybersecurity, this time on the right side of the law. Tommy, the man with the gun, admitted he was paid to intimidate homeowners. He's now a community advocate against HOA abuse. The $1.8 million seized from their accounts was split among the 47 families they exploited. Our community, once called Pinehurst Estates, is now Liberty Lake. We rewrote our bylaws, installed transparent governance, and created a resident oversight board. And Project Lifeguard? It's now a nationwide program with drones deployed across 5 states. Over 120 lives saved and counting. This wasn't just about an overzealous HOA president. It was about how easily corruption can hide behind bureaucracy, about how grief can turn into purpose, and how technology, when used ethically, can protect the vulnerable. Sarah believed that innovation should serve people, not power. Because of her, I kept digging. Because of her, I didn't back down. And because of that, an entire network of exploitation was exposed, not in a courtroom, not in a classified report, but in plain sight, with the whole world watching. If you're dealing with an HOA, landlord, or local authority that feels off, document everything. Record conversations, save emails, share concerns with neighbors. You never know when a small act of resistance might uncover something much bigger. And remember, the truth doesn't need a weapon. It just needs a witness. And this story is based on real events. Names and identifying details have been slightly altered for privacy and legal reasons. If you've faced HOA abuse or community corruption, share your story. You're not alone. Subscribe for more real-life stories of justice, resilience, and everyday heroes.